In this problem, we are going to find the absolute minimum and maximum value of the function gx equals sine square x plus cos x on the interval, closed interval 2 pi over 3 to 3 pi over 2. To find absolute minimum or maximum value, there are 3 steps. Step 1, find the derivative. Step 2, set the derivative equals to 0 and solve for critical numbers. Step 3, plug in those critical values as well as the endpoints into the original function. The highest value out of those would be the absolute maximum value, and the lowest out of those would be the minimum value. So let's start working on this. First, we find the derivative. For those who don't know much about the trigonometric functions, let me explain here. Sin x can be written as sin x whole square. When we need to find its derivative, we use the power rule along with chain rule. So here power is 2. Using power rule, we write along with the derivative of sin x using the chain rule. Here we get 2 sin x, the power 1 doesn't matter. So we write it 2 sin x times the derivative of sin x is cos x. So this is the derivative of sine square x. Two sin x cos x plus the derivative of cos x is negative sin x. This was step 1. Step 2 is we set this derivative equals to 0. After factoring using the zero product rule, set each factor equals to 0 and solve for x. We know that sin x is 0 at 0, pi, 2 pi, each multiple of pi. But here we use only pi because on the given interval the pi lie. Cos x has value 1/2 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. You can check that using unit circle, but both these values lie beyond this given interval. So we can't include them as critical numbers. So these two values are not applicable. Next, for the third step, now we have 3 values as critical numbers. The endpoints 2 pi over 3. The critical value, this one, pi, and the rightmost endpoint 3 pi over 2. Now we are going to plug in those values into the original function. Sine 2 pi over 3 has value square root 3 over 2, and since this is a square function, so we square it. Cos has value negative half at 2 pi over 3. At 2 pi over 3 we got the value as 1/4. Then we find the value at pi. Sin pi is 0 and cos pi is negative 1. Now the rightmost endpoint, sin 3 pi over 2 equals negative 1, and this is a square function, so negative 1 square, plus cos is 0 at each odd multiple of pi over 2. So this is going to be 0 and we get the value as 1. So here we got these 3 values on the given interval. Out of these, 1 is the highest value. So this is going to be the absolute maximum value, and negative 1 is the least value. So this is going to be the absolute minimum. Got the answer as absolute maximum. If we want to write this answer as an ordered pair, we can write it as the x value is 3 pi over 2 and the y value is 1, absolute maximum value. And the absolute minimum value is negative 1 at pi. So x value is pi and the y value is negative 1. So this is the final answer.